Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome back to Chakras and Cusswords. And today I'm super excited to go over my workbook with you. This workbook is all about creating your business and brand through the chakra system. And I'm actually going to show some of the people who are watching on YouTube the actual workbook, and we are going to go through it. Like, we are going to deep dive into this baby. I'm going to give you guys 7 tips of what really makes this workbook so fantastic for anybody who is thinking about starting their business, who is struggling with their business, and who is trying to find more energy alignment with their business. So, I'm like so excited. Like, let's get into this. This is going to be so fun, right? So, if you are watching on YouTube, definitely you guys have the full advantage because you guys even get to do a preview of the business workbook. But if you are listening on the podcast, I recommend you hop on over to YouTube and check it out. The link will be in the bio. So, yes, check it out. Check it out. It'll be in the show notes. You guys know how I roll. I love to share and share. And let me tell you right now, this workbook is such at a fundamentally great rate that you cannot pass it up. You really can't pass it up. It is $37.77. Like, what? Yes. So let's get into it. Okay. So the first thing we have to really acknowledge is when we're thinking about creating your business or your brand through the chakras is we have to really understand what is the chakra system, right? And I know my devoted listeners and my friends and my followers really understand that the chakras are a energy system. We have 7 main chakras. Each of those energies are a portal that is going to bring our own energy out and really get it into that structure towards our business or brand. And when we're thinking about it like this, we have to think of it with the philosophy that I'm energy, you're energy. Everything we do and create is a sense of energy, right? We are in that area of energy. And we automatically see that what is the chakra, right? What is the chakra? It's our energy source. And if I have energy, obviously my business is going to have energy as well. And we have to look at the fundamental area of that, of using our energy towards our business. And of course, we have the 7 main chakras, just like the chakras that we have in ourself, right? Are in our business. One of the first chakras is the root, and the root chakra is fundamentally the most important when we are thinking about our business, right? The root chakra, as we know it, is the foundation. It makes us stable. It really makes us in this center space where we are stable, we are structured, and we are worthy, right? We are worthy of this foundation. We are worthy of this state. We are worthy of our roots, and we are worthy of our practice, right? And when we're thinking about this for the business, this is, in all honesty, one of the things that we really have to look at. What is the foundation of my business? What is the foundation of my business? And when we build our business, we have to really look at the fact that it is time to build our business. It is time to build that area space of our business, right? We can't have a successful business if we don't have a strong foundation. I'm going to give you guys all a tip. The foundation of your business is really what starts the building process. If the business building process is not fully aligned, is not fully engaged, not fully activated, if the energy is just not there, we're going to have many stumps, many stumps. The second area that we're going to look at is the sacral chakra of your business. And just like the chakra for us, this sacral chakra is really our passion area, our confidence area, our desire, and our creativity. Most business owners will start with the sacral chakra as the leading cause of their business, right? Well, here, if it's somebody who's into fashion, if it's somebody who's into maybe podcasting, if it's somebody who's into influencing. It all started from a passion. It all started from a passion. So let's say they have a passion for fitness, they're a coach, they're in the fitness world, they have this passion, right? But what they need to do and what they want to do, right, is turn this passion into purpose. Turn this passion into an energy block of creativity where it feels like a purpose. It is a purpose. It's the purpose you want to have, right? It's the purpose that really stands with you and really kind of has that center where you're finding exactly what it is that gives you that confidence. You want to be passionate about your business, because if you aren't passionate about your business and you aren't passionate about the things that you are creating and the things that you are showing and the things that you are leading others to, it's going to show, right? So, as many of you guys know, I'm very passionate in astrology. I'm very passionate in the chakra system. I'm very passionate in this space. So, of course, it makes sense for me to start a business that is structured around this energy, because this is the energy that I feel my passion in. This is the energy that I feel my space in. And I really want that to show. I want to share this energy. I want to share with other people so they can see how they can create their business or brand through the chakra system. So, when we are thinking of our passion, we want to think, what is it that really started this business? What is it about our business that other people like, right? Because other people have to have something that they desire with your business, right? There's something there that's tapping into other people's energies. For instance, you can have a big fancy boutique, right? But if people aren't aligned with that boutique, if they aren't aligned with the desire of purchasing those clothes or purchasing from there, they'll just go to Target, right? They'll go to Target. So we want to look into that area of what is our passion and how we're going to structure that passion into purpose. Now, the next chakra that really stands out is one that a lot of people have a hard time with. And it is a complex chakra when we think about it towards business. And it is a complex chakra when we think about it in our own space, right? In our personal space, in our self space. And like I said before, and those for everybody who's listened to the introduction of the chakra system, you guys already know the solar plex. The solar plex is, to me, one of the most complex chakras on a personal base, on a business base, on that whole energy space. It's very complex. It's the one where the limiting self beliefs, the areas of self esteem and growth and worth is going to really kind of creep back up, right? And it's also our power space, the solar plex right there, the third chakra, that power place, right? But I know if you're listening to this podcast, if you're watching this YouTube, you have a power center, you have a curiosity, you have something that is wanting you to start your business. You're having something that's wanting you to start your brand. You have that essence that's kind of bringing it in, and you're having that space that is making you feel aligned where you're like, yes, I can do this. Yes, I can start this. Yes, here I am, right? That space is really kind of creeping up, and now we got to initiate our power. Now we got to initiate it. And I'm going to tell you guys the truth. And this is kind of, a hard pill for some people to swallow, a hard concept for some people to accept. Not everybody is going to have the same power space. Not everybody's going to have the same power. Not everybody is going to be fully aligned in that initiation, right? Some people, they got a lot of power. They got a lot of strength. They got a lot of self-esteem. They got a lot of confidence. They got a lot of area of self-worth where starting their business, starting their brand, starting it isn't so much of an obstacle. They figured out how to manipulate their own energy. They figured out how to manipulate the energy around them, how to use the time around them, how to use the structure around them. And they really put it into a space, right? They really put it into this energy cycle where it initiates. Some people just don't know how, right? They don't know how to start it. They don't know where to start it. They don't know who's going to listen, who's going to follow, who's going to purchase, who's going to hire them, right? They just don't really know where to go, right? So when we look at this area is going to come with a degree of fire, right? It is going to come with that element of fire, like the solar plex, that energy of power. Yes, the sacral and the root chakra have to be fully engaged, fully aligned to send that energy up, right? So if we aren't centered in our first two chakras of our foundation, our passion, this solar plex energy will kind of dwindle down, right? It won't get the initiative. And many of you guys know my podcast story, right? You guys know my podcast story. You guys were here for my podcast story, which I'm so thankful for. I thought about having a podcast for many years. I was in the area of I guess you could say, in some ways, helping people learn to eat clean. I was running a clean eating, um, healthy Facebook group, and I felt that I was good at bringing inspiration to people. I was centered in the jewelry space. I was selling jewelry for a MLM, right? And I loved the area of influencing and inspiration and mindset and creating obstacles and creating goals and overcoming them and seeing my worth and really achieving my goal or my dream and having the confidence of succeeding in that space. But I didn't feel fully aligned in the first two energy sources of that. I didn't feel fully aligned in what you could say the first two chakras. It wasn't really my foundation, right? I mean, working for the MLM and selling jewelry was fun and I enjoyed certain aspects of it, but it wasn't really me, right? It wasn't really me. Having the fitness group, it was fun. I have a foundation of trying to live a healthy lifestyle, sharing that healthy lifestyle with other people. Yeah, I would say I got a foundation of that, but it wasn't my passion. It was not my passion. So finding and exploring and sharing the first two chakras and having a space where I knew I wanted to start a podcast. I knew I wanted to start that goal. I knew I wanted to, but something kept putting it off, right? The fire wasn't there. The candle wasn't lit. The initiation wasn't tapped in, right? I just was not there. And then the pandemic hit and I had fear. I had that area space where it became that moment like, if I'm not going to start this, if I'm not going to do this, I might never do it, right? I might never do it. Something happened in me where I saw I had the foundation, I had the passion, I had the energy, and I had that alignment that I knew it was time. It was time. And I had to restructure. I had to go back, fix my foundation, let my roots grow, trim them a bit, get a little bit more centered. But I had that awakening where the solar plex initiated, but it wasn't easy. And it's not easy for most people. So, the first two most important parts before you initiate that energy, before you initiate that area space, right? Before you wake up the solar plex, before you tap into that solar plex energy, is really acknowledging your foundation, your passion, and bringing that energy forward. And we can all have energy. We could all have that area space, but we want our energy to be powerful, right? Especially when it comes to a business or brand. We want this power, right? We want this power. And when I have been explaining it to people recently, it's one of the analyzations that I use. And this might seem a little bit different. It might seem a little bit uncentered, but to some people, but I know for me, I'm a visual learner, and I know for most people, visual and audio learner, that for me personally, I have to visualize exactly what it looks like to initiate the solar plex. So this is kind of a little story. This is a little analyzation that I want you to listen to, right? We have two types of water. And, solar plex is water energy. It's actually fire energy, but we have two types of water, right? We have a pond, we have an ocean. We have a pond. The pond has life, right? The pond has life. It has some little algae. It's got some rocks on there. It's got the little pond grass, probably got some tadpoles in there, got some frogs, got some beautiful, I don't know, what's that grass called? That water grass. It looks beautiful, right? It's got this nice little wave to it, a little stream maybe drips into the pond. But overall, the pond's a little stagnant, right? It's a little murky. It's not so clear. It's a little, it kind of moves to its own rhythm. And sometimes that rhythm's very good. Sometimes it's beautiful to sit by a pond and relax and just have that very calming aspect, right, of the pond. You're living in this energy that feels a little bit, maybe stagnant. It's not full force. It's not fully engaged. It's not moving to a passionate state, one might say. It's moving at a state. It's still got energy. It's still got that space where it's tapped into. It's got life. It's got growth. It's got movement. And it has cycles. But then we look at the ocean, right? We look at the ocean, and the ocean is, damn. I mean, what can you say about the ocean? The ocean is vibrant. It moves. The energy is aligned. It's structured. It's almost violent, right? But it's powerful. It is powerful. The ocean energy takes over most of the world. The ocean energy can knock you off your feet. The ocean energy, ooh, it's strong. That solar plex of the ocean is aligned. That solar plex of the ocean it's engaged. It's activated. It's moving. That energy has that fire element where it's moving life, right? It's moving life and growth, and it's tapped into its passion state. Look at all the animals, sea lions, fish, sharks, dolphins, they all live in the ocean. Coral life is in the ocean. More life than what's in the pond. Very similar energies, very similar spaces of water, two different dynamics of energy, right? One, the solar plexus is fully engaged. The other, the solar plexus is not fully engaged. So I want you to ask yourself, if you are having a business, if you are creating a brand, if you're in that area of creation, do you want your business to resemble the pond, or do you want it to resemble the ocean? Both of them are good. Both of them are lifeful. Both of them have growth. Both of them bring life and energy to bodies of water. But which one do you want yours to resemble? Which one do you want that solar plex to feel like, to be initiated with? So there are two areas that you really have to look at: your passion space and your solar plex. And definitely I go over it in the workbook, so you are engaged with that fully. Then the second one is the heart chakra. The heart chakra area is about love, right? Really about that area of love and trust, and bringing it full forward and bringing it to you, bringing it to your clients, bringing it to your business. But let's look at this space fully, right? So with the heart chakra, what is the most important thing? Trust and love. You have to love your business. You have to love your brand. You have to love your message. You have to love that area of trust. And the trust one is the hard, because I'm going to tell you right now, especially somebody who's starting off, you're not going to see revenue unless you come from money, right? Unless you come from money, your parents can give you $100,000, maybe, you're fully aligned, you already got clients, you got your foundation down, you got your passion down, you got your solar plex down, and you got the trust down. Maybe you start your business automatically, revenue, revenue, revenue. But for most people, it doesn't work like that, right? We have to trust the process, that we're feeding energy into our business, we're feeding energy into our brand, and it will grow. And a lot of people, this is the hard part, because there's times where you don't trust that process, right? The process seems very hard. It feels like you're not worthy, right? It feels like, do people love my business? Do they love the message I'm sharing, or am I just bothering them, right? It feels like this area space where you're not sure if you can trust it. You're not sure if you could trust yourself. You're not sure you can trust others. And we got to have that down, right? We got to have that down. And the reason why is because we have to trust ourselves. We have to trust ourselves that we're going to get up every morning. We're going to go to work. We're going to clock in. We're going to show up. We're going to trust that we're going to put food on the table for our kids. We got to trust that we're going to show up for other people. We're going to show up for ourselves. We have to trust that element about us, right? We have to trust that element, because usually people are trusting us as well. We're not the only ones who are fully engaged in just the trust cycle. People are trusting us as well, which is a hard one, because for some people it's hard to trust other people. Somewhere we got let down, right? But we have to trust ourselves. We may not be able to trust somebody who says they're going to go with us in our business. Maybe we can't trust somebody who says, I'm going to, help you. I'm going to bring all these clients, going to, let people know that you're the number one mechanic. You can't trust people like that. You have to trust your business. You have to trust the process. You have to trust that you will be engaged with the community. You will be the one putting yourself out there. You will be the one showing people that your business is where they should go. Your brand is where they should go. Why should they follow you? How come they should follow you? You trust it. And it's a hard one. But if the first 3 chakras are in an energy space, the trust of the business, the trust of, I might not get paid this week, but that's okay, because next week I will. Because next week I'm going to sell. Because next week I'm going to book a client. Because next week somebody is going to purchase from me. You have to love yourself. You have to love others. You have to love your business, and you have to trust the process. The next one is the one that, is deep. It's a little bit deeper than, of that area where the energy sources have to feel aligned, because this is the one where you are sharing your message. This is the throat chakra. And for those who listen to the throat chakra podcast of in-depth understanding of the throat chakra, introduction to the throat chakra, you really know that this is more than just your ability to speak, right? This is the element of sound. This is the element of sound energy, of frequency, of your core message, of who are you, right? What is the power behind your communication? And for a business, this is a huge one. For a brand, for a business, this is a huge one. How is that power tapping into your business? How is that communication, that core message being shared? You won't find many successful business owners who can't speak in front of people, or who can't engage with people, who can't share their messages, right? That automatically is a business block. a brand block. That is a block. If you can't tell people that you have a business, you can't show them what you are offering. If you can't get that communication out where people understand what is your business about, what are you doing, what do you have, what are you showing, it's going to automatically be a block. Big block, big block. So that is something that you have to understand, is opening up that chakra, opening up that area of activation. And what's also beautiful about sharing your core message is you have to listen to other people's messages, right? What your clients, what your community, what your followers are saying to you, what your podcast listeners are saying to you. I know my podcast listeners, it's going to be hard to get through a 2-hour podcasting episode, right? I have a feeling that one probably is going to take them some time, right? My listeners are busy. They got stuff they're doing. They got stuff they're creating. They're on an area of manifesting. They're on an area of learning. They're not going to want to devote 2 hours sitting down and listening to a podcast fully, right? They're multitasking. They might be driving. They might be commuting. They're busy people. They're busy, right? My podcast listeners, you give them 35, 40 minutes, they're going to power through that. They're going to listen to it. They're going to actively listen. But see, I'm actively listening to them. I know if I push out a 2-hour podcast, they're not going to be there fully. So we have to understand that it's much more than creating that sound vibration of people listening to our message, right? We have to fully actively listen as well. We have to listen to our clients, listen to our community, listen to the people around us, and we have to take in other people's core messages for us to be exchanged as well. And like I said, your words are extremely powerful and meaningful. And if you aren't fully aligned with what your words mean and what you are trying to get out, other people aren't going to be fully aligned either. So the throat chakra is a good one to definitely tap into before you are starting your business or brand. The third eye chakra, and you're like, whoa, the third eye, what do I need my third eye for? The third eye chakra is going to save your ass. It's going to save you. It's going to save you in times that it comes back to that trust factor, right? For a business owner and creator, you have to trust your intuition. Trust it fully. You have to know that you trust yourself. You trust the intuition space. You trust that space where it feels aligned, where it feels you are clear with it, right? You are fully clear with the trust. You are clear with the decisions you make because you trust your energy cycle. You trust that energy of the third eye. The third eye is going to tell you. It's going to tell you. It's going to be that little hidden message. Read the fine print. I don't know if this client's the right one for you. I don't know if this area is the right one for you. I don't know if this space is the right one for you. I don't know, right? But it's going to show you that you can trust your intuition, because you're not going to be able to trust everybody in this business, right? There's going to be people who are going to want to get a discount. There are going to be people who want to get an area space where they want you to help them. And maybe you don't have time. Maybe you don't have that energy. You have to look at that vision, insight of what you want your business to look like, what you want your brand to look like. You have to look at that vision and say, how am I going to really trust it? Trust your intuition, trust that third eye. Your business, of how you trust it, lets you know that other people trust it as well. You can't go and sell them a notion that they're going to become a 6-figure coach if they hire you, right? If you're a business coach and you tell them, I'm going to get you on this path, I'm going to, share my expertise for you at this price, or I'm doing a giveaway for you for this price, and, I want to help you. And then you say, you know what? I don't. Sorry. I got too much stuff going on. Automatic. You didn't trust your intuition. You didn't trust your business. You didn't trust your message. And now people aren't going to trust you. So you have to be aligned in that area. The next one is definitely my favorite. for a business owner. This one is my favorite, right? The crown chakra. Yeah. And it's really those higher chakras. Knowing the decisions you make for your business are based on some set of clarity, right? They have to be based on clarity. You have to know moving up that alignment of energy from the root to the sacral, to the solar plex, to the heart, to the throat, to the third eye, to finally get to the crown. When you make those decisions about your business, when you're saying, I am going to spend $1,000 investing on t-shirts because I am going to make t-shirts, I'm going to sell tie-dye t-shirts, I'm going to invest $1,000 making candles, I'm going to invest $1,000 on computer software, on printing, because I'm going to create a book, I'm going to create a course, I'm going to create this area. If I fully invest my money, if I fully invest my time, if I fully invest this, I know I am going to receive gratitude from other people that are going to come in the form of revenue. Because let's be honest, right? Let's be honest. It comes from an area where you want to receive that gratitude back. You want people to say, thank you. Thank you for creating this space. Thank you for creating this, this product. Thank you for creating this area where I feel thankful to ask and to receive. And I'm paying you with gratitude in the form of revenue. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with receiving revenue. And that's why you have a business or a brand, right? Because you are already there. You already have your foundation. You've already turned your root into your root has a strong foundation where you're able to turn your passion into purpose, where you were able to step and fully engage your power. You understand your power, you understand your strengths, and you trust it. You trust your business, you trust your message, you trust it. You trust it, and other people trust you. And you love your business. You love this brand, you love it, and you're going to bring it forward. You're going to bring it forward where people hear your core message and they hear it. And you're going to bring that energy towards your intuition and knowing that you're making the right decisions when it leads up to your crown chakra towards your business. So you trust the fact that people are seeing your business. The decisions you make for your business are the best. They are the most clear. If you didn't make those decisions, you wouldn't have a business, you wouldn't have a brand. So every decision you make is a powerful center towards your business. And that is really the creation of bringing that business in, bringing that element in. And when people fully understand that the chakra system is an energy source of 7 main spaces that lives within everything, every power, every structure, every energy source, every person, every soul, every space. And for it to continue to grow and continue to be worthy and have success, have clarity, bring in revenue, bring in that area of energy, it will flow very easily. So that is 7 main tips on how to create structure and start your brand, or to get more structured with starting your brand. So tap into the workbook, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening to Chakras and Cuss Words. Have an amazing day, and see you guys soon. Bye.